Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we've got a beauty pie special. Now I'm going to preface this first, it's only a limited edition. So if you do fancy anything that I talk about today, I wouldn't hesitate. This is their summer bronze collection and there's 5 products in total. Firstly, you are going to love the packaging. I'm going to show you 5 products in total. The one on the left is the Awesome Bronze. It's a really lovely body balm, body butter. It's just so glorious. I'll show you on my skin. But the reason I'm going to start with this one is because it's the self tanning drops. This is the Awesome Bronze Sun Kissed Glow self tanning drops. And we've all tried these self tanning drops, but these are so easy to use. 8% DHA natural DHA. Secondly, no smell at all, which I personally like. And super easy. I have tested it out before because I wasn't sure. Some of them can go and attach to the skin quite quickly and can be a little bit orangey. Luckily, this didn't. Otherwise, I wouldn't be promoting it. And what I loved about it, it was really, really natural. So I did 2 to 3 drops, which is the recommended amount. I'm just going to do a little bit more now. And I'm going to take it right down on my chest as well, because the beautiful thing about using sunless tans is that it evens out the skin tone. And if you're anything like me, where you've got a little bit of yellow in your body, red in your body, pink in your body, it just kind of gives that lovely veil of evenness and just makes you feel a little bit better about yourself, doesn't it? It sort of just gives you that sort of nice, polished finish to your skin, and actually makes it much easier to put your foundation on because you haven't got to worry about evening out all the tones. It also contains hyaluronic, so it's really, really hydrating. Now, before you do any fake tan, I highly, highly recommend that you use a physical or a liquid exfoliant before. That way that you really get a nice, even coverage. Make sure that you go really around your nose and really hydrate your skin. So I put my cream on this morning. I've actually just put a little bit more hydration on before I go in with this, because that just creates a really beautiful slip, allowing the product to go on. I also use a little bit more hand cream around my fingers, just because of all the hand sanitizer. My cuticles are so dry. When I put it on, even though I wash my hands straight after, it just makes it much easier, or much harder, for the colour to attach to my nails, which I don't like. Okay, let's get on with this. Right, so squeeze the dropper, which will give you the optimum amount. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rub into your hands. Start on the inner T-zone, around your lips. Take it all the way right across your ears. It's almost like a facial massage, and it's got a really lovely slip to this. Now take it right in to the hairline, right into the hairline, so you don't get that kind of like tan edge, like you've got a mask onto your face. Right in there, all the way down into your neck, round the back, round the back. I'm going to put a little bit more, I think, on, just to make sure the front of my neck has got as much as my face. And then I'm going to go wash my hands. And I will come back all lovely and gently tanned. This is not going to be a whole complete change. This is just going to give me a very natural looking tan. Now, what I also advise to use, either take a cotton pad or a flannel. I just put a little bit of eyebrow makeup on, but I'm now going to take that off again now, aren't I? Because I don't like it when the tan goes into my brows, so I just make sure that they're nice and clean. So when I wash my hands, I will take just a flannel and just go through my brows, just very, very lightly, just to pick up on it. And yeah, it's really as easy as that. So I'm going to go and wash my hands, remove it from my eyebrows, and hopefully the light will be the same, so the film will look seamless. as will my tan. See you in a bit. Okay, we're back. About sort of 3.5 hours later, I think. Got to go and pick up my son from school, so I wanted to make sure I could get everything recorded so it could be as fresh as possible. And as you can see, it is a really beautiful, natural, sunless tan, but a sun-kissed golden tan at the same time. And what I love for myself is it's taken all the redness out of my chest, out of my chin, making my makeup application lighter. And evening everything out. I like to describe it as sort of, you know, jumping into a pair of 10 denier stockings where you just kind of just get this nice tonal effect to your skin. So if you're nervous about fake tan, you don't need to be nervous about this product, clearly. So I was going to start straight in with the Awesome Bronze Luxe Shimmer Body Oil Balm, which, is, I mean, I'm not going away on holiday, so the smell of vanilla and coconut oil is just so dreamy. It's so light, this product, but I'm going to use this as the finishing touch to everything. So I would normally use my Skin Perfecting Tinted Oil-Free SPF 20 in light or medium. But I'm going to see what the light one does first, because I'm going to be using the new beautiful palette, which I know you're all going to love. So I've shown you a few palettes sort of over the last sort of 4 months, and this is exactly what you want. In my aesthetic, and what I love is a nice matte bronzer, a really light sheer powder highlighter, which is perfect. Not like the one that I showed you in the e.l.f. one. This is very sheer and delicate. And your choice of either pink or corally cheek. So I'm going to show how you can use this together. And it's just such a multi-purpose palette. But I'm going to see, because I'm going to shape my face with the bronzer as well, how the light shade works with this first. And I'm going to use it, because I want to create quite a natural look, just as a concealer first. It's always handy to have a couple of shades, and the light isn't sort of too cold and light. So yes, I'm going to stick with this. The reason I've gone in straight with the light here is because I'm creating shape with my makeup. I'm not just colouring in my skin in a different colour. And I think that's the biggest mistake that we make when sort of using bronzers and putting on a summer makeup. You sort of use a lovely fake tan, as I have done here, and then you kind of go in with a darker foundation, darker bronzer, and you just end up looking possibly sometimes a little bit grubby. So what I suggest you do is just add a little bit of light to the centre panel of your face here. I did chuck on some mascara actually, because I had a Zoom meeting whilst I was developing. Yeah, it just adds a little bit of shape to your face rather than just keeping it sort of flat as one shade. Okay, so we'll see. I might change my mind, as you know very well. So because I want the lightness around there, I don't necessarily want the lightness on my chin. Now, obviously, I've got sort of a hawk eye when it comes to sort of tone and colour, because that's my job. So if you think this is a bit excessive, then I totally understand. But I just want to make sure that my chin matches my neck, which matches my body, because obviously this dress has got a nice little bit of skin showing. So for me, it's really important to keep it matching. So let's go in with a medium shade. I'll just show you the difference. And then I'll put dab a little bit of that. Remember to use a different finger, so you're not sort of ending up with the third shade. And we can just blend it all together. It's so cooling, this base. If you've never used it, I highly recommend it. I mean, this is the thing with beauty pie, isn't it? You can experiment. In fact, a friend of mine joined recently with my code, and she was like, I just feel sort of part of this sort of great beauty club, and I can afford to kind of be frivolous and just enjoy different products and experiment with things that I might have just hesitated on because it was too expensive. And this is what's brilliant for me about Beauty Pie. You know, I'm a huge Beauty Pie advocate, and since I've been banging their drum, you know, now they've come to me to work with them, and it's just so lovely, because beauty's for everyone, right? Affordable beauty especially. So I'm just using this light one all the way around, just over that pigmentation area. And I'm really happy with that base. I could go in with a bit of extra concealer just between my nose here, but I'm going to keep it quite light, maybe. No, my insecurity's coming through. I need to just put a little bit more back in with the light one. It's nice just to use your finger as a little palette and just sort of build that up around there, because that's just where my nose is always, since I used to swim a lot when I was younger, really red. I've probably got a few little veins that could be snapped out of there. But anyway, moving on from myself and my veins. Great, super light base. Now I am going to go straight in with the powder. Obviously there are so many rules about making sure that if you use powder, especially bronzer, make sure that you've got a nice matte base, but these are so sheer you can blend them beautifully. I will start with adding a little bit of, obviously, coral. I will use this in the winter, but I'm just a coral girl in the summer, can't help myself, especially with the tan. If you've got a more sallow skin, the pink is great to really, really lift it up. So I'm going to go in actually with the Pro Colour Angled Cheek Brush, and I'm just going to put it straight across. It's really sad when you spoil the moulding. I'm going to go straight across the front of my cheek. See, you know this colour is going to make me happy, right? It was nice with the other bronzing film that I did where it was just bronze, but nothing like a nice pop of coral on the front of your cheek. So my skin feels just a little bit damp, but I'm happy with that, and it will just blend beautifully. You can see that the colour payoff is really beautiful. I'll just show you a nice sort of close-up. That doesn't look powdery. You know, I'm not someone who likes a lot of powder finish textures on my skin. I like radiance and natural beauty. So because I've just come with this, and I'm going to use the same brush for the whole thing, I'm going to put in a little bit of bronzer now, and I just dab it off on my hand just to make sure. And I'm going to, because it's the contour brush I'm going to use, take it backwards and use the edge just to carve out, and I'm setting it back on my face, the bronzer. Okay, so I'm going to leave the front with the coral in, and then just take the bronzer just to the back here. And then push it all around my hairline, making sure, and see what's happening, I'm emphasising the front lightness of my face here. And if I can teach you that, that is a great lesson to learn. It takes away the flatness of any tan. Little bit on my chin. I'll leave my body because I'm going to use the Awesome Bronze Balm, and then maybe just a bit, just literally across my nose like that. Yeah, it's good. Good, right? Okay, I might use a smaller, no, let me just, okay, I'm going to go straight in with the champagne highlighter, and I'm just going to make sure I don't take it too high. And I'm mixing it in now. Oh, that's lovely. That is so subtle. Wonder what it's like if I place it with my hand, my finger. No, it's still very sheer. Very nice. Sheer is so much better. Front of nose, across there. What a great palette. So let me go in with one of the eyeshadow brushes and use the bronzer, because it's a nice matte bronzer. I couldn't do this if it was a shimmery bronzer. And I'm taking the tip of the eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to sculpt in the socket, not taking it too far down because I'm going to droop it down. So it's not about sort of shaping my eye necessarily, it's just about lifting and adding that warmth. And then because my skin is slightly damp, I can just blend that. But that's a really lovely bronze. It actually looks so much darker in the palette. I mean, what more do you need? It's great for your makeup bag. Really lovely. This is going to sell out, guys. This is really going to sell out, because there are lots of palettes sort of from other brands, expensive brands, that have the same vibe, which I've shown you before, but this is great. That's why it's such a lovely brand to work with. I'm going to use my finger now and just place a little bit of the highlight just in there and just in there. Thank you for all of you that have shared your makeup pictures with me, that when we've done a lip or something, it's really, really lovely to see that you've taken on board what I've said and not copied it, but just been inspired by it, and then you've shared it with me. It gives me so much joy. So thank you so much. Absolutely love that. And what gorgeous, gorgeous packaging. Well done, Beauty Pie. So do I go in with I go in with the lip first. Now this is the Wondergloss Collagen Lip Oil. Now these are divine if you've ever tried these before. They are hydrating and non-sticky and super glossy. And I love this colour. Or should I get on with it and show you? I love this colour with this type of makeup. Take a look. So classy. Again, it smells of summer and it's cloudy. Oh dear, come on, you've got to make the best of it, haven't you, Caroline? Make the best of it. Feel, look like and smell like summer. And maybe that'll bring a big gust of wind to push all those clouds away. So the gloss contains cherry and hibiscus oil. And that just leaves such a lovely glow. Okay, that's the lip. And finally, but by no means least, let me go in with awesome bronze. So I've actually taken it, so I can show you, I've actually just taken a little bit off the lid that came with it because I didn't want to dip all the brush in. Again, always go with your palette because you don't want to overdo it. But look at this on my décolletage. It feels so lovely. And it's lovely on the legs. It's not sticky at all. It just goes on really, really soft, as you can see, and hydrating. And even though the colour looks dense, you don't go that colour. Let me just take that off my palette hand. Now I'm prepared for everything. And just do a little bit on the back of my hands. And then just on my arms. And, you know, when you're in this kind of cool daylight, you don't really get the payoff, but imagine a nice sort of warm, balmy evening and your skin is glistening. Just check that's against the hands, that looks lovely. Oh, it's so cooling. Let me just do this without the brush and then I'll wash my hands afterwards. That might be easier. Yeah, that's it's so sheer that you can do it with your hands, and I'd probably just wash my hands afterwards, but that is, I'm literally bathed in coconut. Oh, it's so nice. I wish I could share this with you. It feels so lovely. This is actually, sorry, this balm is actually so addictive. I didn't want to use too much before I film with you because I'm always very precious about the products in case I sort of damage them or they don't look so glamorous on camera if I've used them, and I'd use a tiny little bit, but it's actually exceeded my expectations on Joy. So please, if you love this collection, dive into Beauty Pie right now. If you're not a member, you can use my code Caroline B sent me, and that gives you an extra £50 of allowance. So dive in if you're not a member, and treat yourself to something that is just sunny and sun-kissed, and enjoy great products at brilliant prices. Not great products, luxury products at affordable prices. I hope you've enjoyed the film. I love Beauty Pie. I know you guys do too. Please share with me your favourite products, or if you've even tried this before. I think they came out last week, so you might be one step ahead, because I know the Beauty Piers, I'm not sure that's the right term, but the Beauty Piers are always pretty much ready on the button when things come through. So anyway, thank you Beauty Pie. I love this look. Great makeup, great skincare, and a delicious, delicious lip oil. Bye for now, guys.